Today I'm back another big reaction video. We're reacting to girl watches her jealous stalker execute her boyfriend. Wow. Bro, it's 2025. Why are you still stalking people? You got the internet. Like, come on, think about it. Think about it. I'm not trying to give them ideas, but think about it, bro. Why would you be stalking people? It's 2025, maybe 2026. Why would you do that? Before we start this shit, make sure you guys roll up, maybe screw in the pan, grab some food, some popcorn. Hey, let's get started! Alright, let's start this shit.
Oh my gosh. Is he still I'm so sorry.
Dude, you know exactly why you did it.
This is Hannah Lee Gage, and she just found her boyfriend shot dead in their kitchen by their mutual friend.
Hannah Lee Gage,
I really thought it was a flashlight, sir. It's a trigger, dude. It's a trigger.
At first,
Flashlight, sir.
their kitchen by their mutual
What did
friend.
you just
I
say?
literally thought it was a flashlight, sir.
Yo, good excuse. Clap it up for the boy. Thought it was a flashlight? You had a gun in your hand.
It's a trigger, dude. It's a trigger.
At first, officers believe it could have been an accidental shot, but as detectives dig deeper,
How
they
do
would
you
uncover
accidentally
a
shoot?
twisted love triangle where each person
Oh, hell
hides
no,
a
he's
dark
gay?
secret and where a shy,
Oh
quiet kid
my
can turn
God!
evil in the blink of an eye.
I just don't understand if, like, he was mad.
He never hangs out really with anybody. He's very quiet.
If I fail at something, I feel stupid. So I aimed at it, pulled the trigger, the rest is played out.
Wow, dude. That's how you feel? Yo, shout out Insanity Body Cam, bro. Always comes through with the best videos,
The early
bro.
hours of December
Always.
31st, just one day before New Year's, the Lake Stevens Police Department receives a terrifying call. On the line is 23-year-old Hannah Lee Gage, watching in
looks a little
horror
rough.
as her boyfriend bleeds out from a gunshot
Damn,
wound to the chest.
my man was in the Navy, bro. He probably tried to defend himself, bro. All that training and shit. Damn, man. Shout out my guy right there. Thank you for serving. Thank you for serving, man. It was Veterans Day earlier, right? Like 2 weeks ago, right?
My
3
friend
weeks ago?
grabbed my other friend's gun, and I think he was just trying to play around me and shot him. I'm away.
The man with the gun, where is he?
He's in my kitchen. He's yelling for me to help. I feel like I need to help.
Okay, what is his
So
name?
you watched it
What's
happen.
your name? What's your name?
She doesn't even know his name?
Officers rush to the scene, knowing the situation is dire. The victim may be moments away from death, while the killer stands watching. And what they'd find
That's
inside
sinister.
wasn't just a horrific
New word in
scene.
the chat.
It
New
was
word
the
in
end
the chat.
result
Sinister.
of
I
obsession
keep seeing this
turning into
video saying I gotta
violence.
start saying it now.
Oh, thank God they're here. They're here.
Okay, go to the door. Get the officers.
Oh my God.
Where's the gun?
Please help. It's on his room.
How's
Come on,
the...
Neil.
Please
Hold
help.
on. I'm inside. Neil?
Is the ambulance
Come on,
alright?
bro.
They are. I literally thought the gun was a flashlight because
No, you didn't.
a flashlight. We were looking for a cat, and I saw that I was using a flashlight. I hope.
Yo, what kind of excuse is that, bro? You could have said anything else, bro. Anything else. Yo, I accidentally shot it. My finger slipped. Nah, bro. Yo, I thought it was a flashlight. I thought it was a flashlight. Come on, dude. Come on,
Like
dude.
just one? Right yes, one shot.
Is he okay?
No, it's not okay.
Yeah,
That could have been
school's
like,
good.
bro, I accidentally shot. I didn't know there was
Woman
anything in
remains
it.
Brian Cox. You.
Like, come on, bro.
You know, I think
You're
he's
an
just
idiot.
On the floor lies 27-year-old Neil Forestier, shot in the chest and no longer breathing. Paramedics arrive within minutes, fighting desperately to bring the young man back to life. Just a few feet away stands his friend, Joshua, insisting the shooting was an accident. But as the officer escorts
thought
him
it was a flashlight,
outside,
huh, buddy?
reality begins to sink in.
It's a trigger, dude. It's a trigger. You have to
Stay over there. Stay over there. I'm so sorry. I did not know that. I'm so sorry. I swear to God,
Hey,
I
wait.
did not know it was.
Bro, think about it. He knows her name. She don't know his. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God. Does she even know that it's her stalker? Did she not clock in that? Come on, yo. Yo, where's the sound? Where's the sound? Where's the sound? Where's my... I couldn't find my mouse for a second. Yo, I'm tweaking.
You
You got lost in the light. This shit kinda hurt my eyes, yo. Sorry if anyone got like epilepsy. Is that the word? Yeah, epilepsy. Shit hurt my
All
eyes,
Joshua
man.
can say is, I'm sorry. But what immediately catches the officer off guard is
Look at
that
his
he
eyes.
doesn't even sound upset at all. More worrying about his morning shift. He
got
doesn't appear
word?
overly intoxicated either, leading the officers to suspect he's
He
hiding
was
something
sober?
far
They killed
darker.
him.
Still,
Oh
with
my
Joshua
God.
insisting it was an accident,
That's
the officer
scarier.
turns to the only other witness,
Because like
Hannah.
usually, bro, I feel like a lot of the times, actually not a lot of times, I'm gonna say 15% of the times. I feel like most of them they're always like drunk a little bit, a little saucied. This bull stone cold sober, bro, ready for that shit, wanted to do that shit, dude. What the fuck? And I didn't mean to pause it at this time, bro. I didn't mean to do her bad like
But
that.
what Hannah would
My
reveal
bad,
to the
bro, my
officers would
bad.
dismantle Joshua's claims,
Shit.
making it clear
They're
this
doing
wasn't
her
just
bad.
an
Like, they
accident
could've
between
did
friends.
any other picture
Joshua
of
was
her. They had to
actually a
use that
stalker,
one?
and
Come
she
on, yo.
barely knew him at
Come
all.
on.
He's gonna bring you out to his car, get you started on a statement. Wait, I got it.
shut the door.
I got it. Don't worry
I
about
have a cat, so I just don't want her to get out.
Was Josh? That's his name, right, Josh?
I don't know. I asked him when I was on the phone with the police, and he said it's Josh. I know him, but I just don't know him that well. Like, we've met at the bar like a couple of times. And
Ah.
he just asked if he could come over to my house so he could sober up for an hour, and then he was gonna go
Oh,
home.
so
I
he
said,
was
"Yeah,
drunk."
It's fine.
But they said he was sober. Yo, the cops are retarded.
So him and Josh could.
Or did I hear that wrong?
Josh started
I don't
it, like,
know.
he was like playing, doing it.
Yo, that book got some good handwriting, bro. Not gonna lie.
Like, we could just
Or is that
start
the girl's
with 10%
handwriting?
And then go up.
Unbeknownst
Yo, I don't know, bro. Is it true that do girls have better handwriting than men, bro? I feel like I have pretty good handwriting, bro. Do I have a pen? Can't find a pen. I got a pencil. Hold on. I'm just gonna edit that.
to Hannah, Joshua was consumed by jealousy. He perceived himself as a nobody, a failure at everything, while Neil was a Navy veteran, a rising MMA fighter, and the boyfriend of the woman he desired. But this is when Hannah would voice what every boyfriend of...
That's... Wait, who's that chick? Who the fuck is that? No disrespect. But who the fuck is that? Because that's
was
not
consumed
the girl...
by jealousy. He perceived himself as a nobody,
Who
a
is that
failure
Asian
at
girl?
everything, while Neil was a Navy veteran, a rising MMA fighter, and the boyfriend of the woman he desired. But this is when
That's
Hannah
not
would
her.
voice what everyone
That
is
is
thinking,
not her.
exposing just how ridiculous Joshua's excuse for the shooting really is.
Yo, this bitch, is she catfishing being Asian? You can catfish different races?
We sometimes say that when, like, you know, with our gun, we punch out, like...
Yeah, no, I never saw
point the
him grab the gun or point the gun. I just heard it, and I was like, I didn't really understand
Is that
what
her,
it was.
bro?
I just felt the ringing in my ear,
Yeah.
and it almost felt like something like ricocheted.
How close would you say?
I was so close. Like, we were all so close. My kitchen is small. It's a small apartment. We were all in that small little kitchen.
Did Neil say anything?
No.
He wasn't talking. He didn't say nothing.
No, but he was still awake for a little bit. Like, he collapsed and his eyes closed and everything, or rolled back. But
So
now
you
I
didn't
feel
say
like
anything?
since we were drinking, like, I feel like I can't even fully process what all just happened.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
There's nothing that you could have done.
I just don't understand if, like, he was mad.
I'm still
I don't
confused.
really
Is this the
understand how
bitch?
he could think a
Did he
gun
just
is
show?
a flashlight.
I didn't see the gun. Is there a flashlight on the
I'm
gun?
pretty sure there is a flashlight on the gun, but you would have to pull the trigger.
You wouldn't know if it was a fucking flashlight or a gun.
Hannah is exactly
Or it
right.
would be a flashlight on the gun.
gun
You feel me?
doesn't
You can
go
see the
off by
flashlight. It's
itself,
underneath the jaw,
nor
bro.
can it
Come
be
on,
mistaken for a flashlight, which means police might be dealing with
ever
a
play
far
Call of
more
Duty or
deliberate
nothing, bro?
act than they initially thought.
I don't know
By
if it's a Call
now,
of Duty,
Joshua
but-
has arrived at Snohomish County Jail, where he will be held for hours while police gather
Motherfucker
evidence.
got greasy
During
ass
this
hair, bro.
time,
Yeah, took
guilt
showers in
begins to
weeks.
eat away at Joshua. He knows Neil didn't deserve what happened to him, and he's terrified the police won't buy his accident story. But this is
Obviously.
when devastating news comes back from the scene. Despite the paramedics' best efforts, Neil Forestier had passed away.
No!
Neil was a religious man with a deep love for his country. He served in the Navy and later pursued a career as a professional mixed martial artist. Neil enjoyed making people happy, which is why he tried to befriend Joshua, making what happened to him all the more tragic.
My man was about to start whooping ass in MMA, bro.
With
He's
Joshua
gonna
in
win!
custody, detectives race to gather every piece of evidence before interviewing him. So they call the
Dude, that fool
bartender
look
who
fucking
served drinks to the
disgusting,
group
yo.
just hours before the horrific
actually looks
shooting.
smelly.
She knows all three of them well. And to the detective's surprise, she seems to be on Joshua's side, portraying him as someone who wouldn't hurt a fly.
Are you sure
So
about
you
that?
normally see they're what you would call
Are
maybe
you
a
sure
regular.
about that? Because he just did.
Do they usually come in together, or do they usually hang out together?
Josh never hangs out really with anybody. He is very quiet. And no, honestly, he seemed like a little bit like he might have had Asperger's or something. It's probably the last.
Oh! So you're just assuming he's retarded. You're pulling out the retard card. Okay, I see. I see what they're doing
The
here.
bartender is shocked to learn what Joshua has done,
does look a little
suggesting
retarded,
that it may have
but
been
he
nothing
just
more than a
doesn't look-
tragic
he looks like he
accident.
don't shower.
But what she's about to
You feel me?
reveal hints at Joshua's darker motive, showing how a quiet, shy kid can turn evil in the blink of an eye.
This past weekend, he did go hang out with Hannah. She is, like, very gregarious.
Is that her though, bro?
Outgoing.
That way.
Would you maybe describe her as flirty?
Is she
Okay.
Chinese?
And
Look
she,
back.
and she honestly, the night that happened, started dancing with him, and I can see
Dancing
how,
with Josh or dancing with
dancing with Josh.
like,
yeah, like
body to body kind of?
They were dancing?
But nobody seemed upset.
She was
Like,
cheating?
no one was mad.
Did you see Hannah like making out with Josh at all, or just dancing?
I didn't see that. It wouldn't have surprised me.
Okay, and have you ever heard Josh express any kind of feelings about anybody in the bar or Hannah at all?
Yeah, he stares a lot, but it seems not like creepy, more like very observational.
No, it's
Almost
creepy.
Like he,
It's
wishes
creepy.
He knew how to talk to people, but doesn't. Neil seems like a really nice person, and Josh seemed really sweet too. Awkward, and I could see where he might misread situations.
Armed with a clearer understanding of the group's
That
dynamics,
is
the
not her!
detectives hope they have enough
Stop showing
leverage
that
to get a
picture.
confession from Joshua. So 4 days after Joshua's arrest, the detectives bring him in for questioning. Veteran detective Kristen Parnell will lead the investigation. She
Nice.
knows exactly how to handle suspects like Joshua by
Bro, she
using
look like,
Joshua.
bro, she low-key look like the detective from Dexter the Resolution, bro. Low-key, bro. If the real ones watch that shit, if y'all know. She look like
His
that,
own
bro.
insecurities against him, Parnell will uncover his repressed feelings for Hannah and reveal the true motive behind the murder.
You remember me, Detective Parnell? The reason I came down here was because, like, some more stuff has come up and I just kind of wanted to follow up with you and get some more questions answered. Okay?
Parnell knows there are holes in Joshua's story, and she starts with one of them, the twisted reason he chose to go to Hannah's house instead of his own.
You'd been up for a while, had a couple of drinks at Creekside, and then asked Hannah for if you could go back to her apartment, right?
Yeah, just in case if I was to pass out.
Why did you decide
Why'd
to
you
go
ask
to
her?
her place versus just
Yeah.
getting a ride home?
Exactly.
Something that would have been safe about going.
I mean, there would have, but at the time, I also wanted to head home. Not head home, but head to Hannah's.
Why?
Hang out with her for a little bit, just in case if I was to fall asleep there.
You guys.
Why? You don't even know her.
Play fighting thing.
Yeah, it just came out of the blue. I mean, knowing that I've gotten into a couple of fist fights in the past.
No, you didn't,
and
bro.
I told him.
Looking
that
at you,
I was
buddy.
pretty
No,
good
you
at
didn't.
fighting.
No, you
I
didn't.
was throwing good punches and stuff, and then he got his on me, and I'd say he did better than me.
Because you hurt, right?
It didn't hurt.
Or, no, it didn't hurt, it knocked the wind out of you.
It knocked me back, and I was kind of breathing a little hard.
Yeah.
For a little bit.
Shut
and
up.
then he kind of put his hand on my shoulder and said, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just a little winded out."
Just moments before the shooting, Joshua had asked Neil to play fight and test each other's strength. What Joshua didn't know, however, was that Neil was a professional fighter. But what irritated Joshua the most wasn't the punch itself, but Neil's reaction afterward, he simply placed a hand on Joshua's shoulder and asked if he was okay.
Oh, he
a
showed
gesture
him
that only
dominance.
made him feel more humiliated and emasculated.
Yep.
But there's something else in Joshua's story that catches Detective Parnell's attention.
Tell me about the last time you were punched in the gut like that.
This was back when I was in middle school.
Oh.
That was my, in recent memory, that was my last fight that I remember being in, and the guy I was fighting did sock me in the gut pretty good.
Yeah.
Around the same type of punch that Neil gave me.
How did you feel in middle school when you got punched like that?
At the time, I was not experienced, so I was in pain.
I mean, it sounds like you kind of flashed back to that. And sometimes when something happens that reminds us of a previous experience, it's kind of like you're back in that previous experience. Did you feel like that?
Not necessarily. I did feel like I was about to go on my knees, like I did in the
Oh,
past.
you're gay!
I was holding on to the counters.
The gun was, I'm guessing, on the counter in front of you then, too.
Yeah.
Neil's punch triggered a repressed memory in Joshua. The last
tell,
time
you
he
can
was
tell,
hit in
you
the
can
stomach, even if he refuses to admit it. But the detective doesn't stop there. She keeps pressing Joshua on the real reason he shot Neil, methodically dismantling his claim that it was an accident.
What was going through your head then, right at that moment when you're bent over on the counter and like kind of trying to catch your breath again?
He was bent over on the counter. Yo, this motherfucker gay shit!
I was kind of, I was thinking like, wow, this guy knows how to punch. You know?
Yeah.
And I was impressed by how hard he punched. I don't like failing at anything. If I fail at something, I feel stupid.
You are
so
stupid.
after going through that thought process, I kind of paced through the kitchen a little bit.
And then shot him.
After pacing for a little bit, I saw the gun, and the rest is played out.
Said last time that you were a little upset that he hit you that hard, right?
Well, I wasn't upset. I was, like I said, I was surprised. I looked down at the counter and then saw the gun. I was also curious on how the flashlight part of the gun worked, and thought that the muzzle part was the flashlight.
Your goal was to pull the trigger and fire a round, okay? Because you had just gotten punched again by this guy who's sleeping with a girl that you want to be sleeping with, if we're being honest, right?
So I aimed at it, pulled the trigger. That answered my question and led me into a shock.
You hear this motherfucker, yo?
Neil was everything Joshua is not. Successful, confident, liked by others. Being outpunched by him only deepened Joshua's sense of inferiority. All of this is obvious to Detective Parnell, but not to Joshua. He still wants her to believe it was nothing more than an accident. But take a closer look at Joshua. Does his reaction to the shooting seem genuine or
Just look at him,
merely
though. Look at his,
performative?
like, body language.
Neil
He's
gets
sitting
hit,
there
goes
cold
to the
stuff.
ground, and I know you went and grabbed a towel and you're trying to stop the bleeding and stuff. What are you thinking and feeling while you're...
I felt like a complete...
You are
randomly picking up a gun that I did not know what to really do with. I just felt stupid.
You knew
like
exactly what the fuck you were doing, bro.
Cry and and
you were crying because you're a little bitch, bro.
Making me feel more like a really bad friend. Like, made me question myself. Like, why? Like, why would I do something stupid?
Joshua says he felt guilty, but the detective isn't convinced. He's always wanted people to like him, and this might just be his attempt to win Parnell's sympathy. She catches on immediately and plans to use it to her advantage. Unbeknownst to Joshua, the police have confiscated his bag, and what they find inside is troubling, to say the least.
Talk to me about your backpack that you were carrying around with you.
I keep tools like flathead screwdrivers and stuff. Like, what my favorite hobby to do is like taking apart old, throwing away electronics and collecting scrap metal. And then one day I wanted to make money off of scrap metal.
Talk to me about the other stuff that was in there.
Like what?
So we have your bag.
I would have thought so.
So tell me about the other stuff
So
that
what's
you
in the bag?
We're at a point where I feel like we should be able to be honest, right?
Like, we know what's happening, bro. You killed her, bro. Just
hard to lie to me.
Now what's in the bag, bro?
So I'm really good at knowing when people are lying or when people are withholding. And you are not going to tell me anything in this room that I have not heard before. So you're not going to make me uncomfortable. You are not going to make me think badly about you. For me, I do this all the time.
It's hard to think without looking inside my bag.
What about anything that was in your bag?
I'm trying to remember what was all in there.
Please.
Just if we were wanting to get a little, friskier. or whatever.
Oh, fuck no.
At this point,
Oh, fuck no. You just said frisky. Bro, shut the fuck up. Bro, you were never getting that, bro. You were never getting none of that, bro.
Detective Parnell can already tell that Joshua's actions are tied to his feelings for Hannah and his hatred of Neil. So she presses him to reveal the real reason he went to Hannah's house, something connected to the disturbing contents found in the bag.
Maybe you're a little hopeful that you get to play with those with Hannah?
No. I never wanted to have with Hannah. I never had the thought process of having. I've seen her flirting with other guys, and I'm like, she is flirting with other dudes, so it probably wouldn't be worth it.
Come on.
Like, I mean, I thought about it, yes, but I wasn't gonna ask her.
So why'd you have the sex toys, bro?
That's a weird question to say you want to go back. But,
yeah.
I mean...
But I didn't, like, yes, I did thought about...
Right, and kind of like we talked about before, like, hey, if you gotten back there and one thing led to another, you weren't going to tell her no, right? Yeah, that's... Okay.
Detective Parnell has just masterfully uncovered the truth from Joshua, even if he doesn't realize it yet. He's been consumed by jealousy for months, forced to watch someone else be with the woman he desires and humiliate him in front of her. The loss of Neil Forestier deeply impacted the city of Lake Stevens, where the community mourns a man who loved his country, proudly served in the Navy, and always tried to help others. The interview ends with Joshua Matthew Kelly being charged with second-degree murder and first-degree manslaughter. He's now awaiting his court hearing, and if convicted, he could face up to 18 years in prison.
Wow. Subaru is the largest corporate donor to the national...
I hope he gets fucking life! If you guys want to see more videos like this, man, let me know in the comments down below. I'm going to catch you on the next one. Subaru!